your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile.
Good evening, everyone. A little bit on the chilly side out there for tonight, but we're going to stay dry and seasonably cold all the way through midweek. That's when the winter solstice arrives. Yes, finally gets here. 4:47 in the afternoon on Wednesday. Beyond that, we're tracking a storm system that's going to be moving in for Thursday night and Friday. Does look like there'll be some kind of redevelopment along the eastern seaboard, but exactly where that happens will determine whether it's rain or some snow that we get into. Right now, I'm still favoring rain, as the majority of long-range models is doing the same thing. And then after that's gone, it's going to be turning much colder for the Christmas weekend. Right now, it's 32 degrees. We've been slowly settling down through the evening hours, but the breeze is picking up. West-northwest at 13 miles per hour, and that's the case region-wide. We're starting to see winds now between 8 and 15 miles per hour, continuing to increase towards daybreak tomorrow morning. And most of us are now down around that freezing mark, 32 degrees. Some spots that are a little bit below. Smithfield's 31, 30 in Killingly. Get up to Worcester, it's 28 degrees, but it's holding right around that 32-degree mark along the south coast, and Block Island's at 34. Where the real cold Arctic air is, that's in the upper Midwest, the northern plains, where it's below zero. A piece of this, in modified form, will get here by Christmas. That's what we were talking about for what we're going to be looking at post-storm to be moving through. But right now, things across the country, pretty quiet, dominated by high pressure, so there's no organized storm system to really be looking at from coast to coast, but that will be changing. We're still under the influence, though, of the low pressure area that went on through Friday with all that rainfall. And the cold air coming across the Great Lakes is generating some lake effect snows in New York State, but it all dries up before it gets here. So we're looking at a clear sky for tonight and for tomorrow. Good deal of sunshine will be with us, but as high pressure pushes closer towards that area of low, we're getting a pressure gradient. That's what's going to generate all the winds during the course of the day for tomorrow afternoon. And then slowly those winds will die off as we go on into Tuesday. Again, another bright, sunny, quiet day weather-wise with the high pressure in control, and it's going to stick around for Wednesday as well. So let's move on into Thursday for the storm system that we're watching. There'll be a main low developing through the Great Lakes. Be an area of low pressure trying to come up along the eastern seaboard, and that's what we're going to be watching for, where it tends to develop. Right now, most of the long-range indicators are suggesting that this is going to be an inside runner, meaning the storm center itself, when it forms, will be inland and is going to pass to our west. If it develops off the coastline and strengthens there, then we could get into some snow because that would be a colder track. But it doesn't look like, at least at this point in time, that's going to be the case. So we'll be looking at periods of rain, some of which will be heavy at times during the day on Friday and into Friday night. We'll also be seeing a lot of wind, kind of like what we just went through. But then when it's all gone for Saturday, we'll get back to some sunshine, but it's going to be turning much colder. It'll still be a windy day, but Christmas weekend overall looks to be hopefully dry through the entire stretch, and basically we should be looking at just a cold, windy conditions. So again, for tonight, see the breeze picking up. Starlit canopy out there with overnight lows right around the upper 20s. For tomorrow and the next few days, we're going to be right near normal, right about 40 degrees or so as winter begins as we head on into Wednesday. Thursday, increasing afternoon clouds. Temperatures will be reaching into the mid-40s with the storm system passing to our west, so that means a mild rain and windstorm for Friday, the way it shapes up at this point in time. And then it's a cold stretch heading into the Christmas weekend, but it looks to stay